I am Trent Moore, and well, I have been all over the United States, from Montana all the way to Tennessee. I've seen a lot of places, but I believe that San Jose has had probably the biggest impact in my life of all the other places I have been to, and that is thanks to Dakota Church. I had to go through so many things with my family, and one in particular, my father. He suffered through a very traumatic accident. One of his friends from his work was ran over by a drunk driver, and he didn't get ran over himself, but his friend was now paralyzed from the neck down, and it left my father with PTSD. I stopped going to church. I stopped having faith because he divorced my stepmom, who was pretty much a second mother to me when my mother wasn't around. I started seeing the world in a different perspective, like, why am I even here anymore? I started to feel isolated around the people that are family and what used to be important to me. I shut down for quite a long time, and by the time I reached 18 years old, I was depressed. I was surrounded so many dysfunctional people that just let me down time and time again. And I still haven't had God for so long. I turned to atheism. And for 10 years, I've been an atheist, and it's something that I've regret for so long. And then I turned to alcoholism. For like 6 years, I would drink myself into like a delusional coma, because I just didn't want to feel anything, because everyone around me just kept letting me down in so many ways that, what's the point of me even trying in life anymore? I just couldn't find the strength to actually become better, because I didn't believe I could. Eventually, I had to live with my sister for a time, and she's tried to convince me to go to church and keep believing again. Because she said when I was younger, I was way more happy. I was more energetic. I loved life. And I just didn't want to hear a thing about it. That was then. This is now, What you see now is not the little boy you see anymore. This is me. Because what I had to go through for so long, I didn't want to do anything. I just wanted to just drink and just forget about things. It wasn't until I called my uncle one day, and I asked him if I could live with him in San Jose, and he said yes. My Uncle Bill, he's a very intelligent man. He's very straight and narrow. And I started looking for a job, and that's how I actually wound up with Dakota. I was job hunting, and I ran into Austin, and I ran into a lot of people, and they asked me if I was going to church, and I was asking what they were doing out here, and turns out it was a church. He asked me if I would like to come, and I said, sure, why not? It'd be a different change of pace for me. And ever since then, I have been going to Dakota. I started to feel a whole bunch of different things again that I thought I had lost. Just the faith of God and knowing that He's with me again. Because, sometimes when I'm asleep, I sometimes feel like He's saying that I never left you, Trent. And I want to believe that. I really do want to believe that, because I want to make a better life. I want to actually start living again instead of just hating life, because it's way better. And I'm grateful for what God is still giving me to this day, that I still have people in my life that love me and want to see me have a long, loving existence, and I'm very grateful for that. And I'm grateful for Dakota for letting me become a part of their team, a part of their church, and just part of this family that I've eventually have grown into. And I wouldn't trade it for anything, because this is a better path for me. And I know it in my heart that it is. Getting baptized at Dakota, it helped me see that I can become a better person, and I can follow in God, and just be closer to Him the way that I used to be when I was a kid. I can finally let hate go, and I can let go of my self-hatred for the first time in my life. And I think that it's going to be a much better life for me, and it's going to be a much brighter world. And I think my family would be very proud.